All right, now we're going to find tan using, but this time we're going to find angles. All right, formula is exactly the same, right? We are dealing with an angle, right? 90 degrees, opposite, adjacent, and our formula is exactly the same. Tan of an angle, right? You can use any letter you want, or you can use theta, equals opposite over hypotenuse. So this time we're going to give you these two. You don't know that. So that means that in step number 2, we're going to have to go tan to the negative 1 of the opposite over the hypotenuse. And then your angle will be in nearest degrees, so no decimals, and a degree sign, a degree symbol. Okay? So let's try one of these. There's only one way of doing them. There's no multiplying and no dividing this time, deciding. So here's my angle up here. I'm going to label it. I'll label it A. So step number 1, set it up. Tan of my angle. Oh, I know that this is the opposite side, and that's the adjacent side, and this is my hypotenuse that I don't need. So opposite is 9.7 because it's across from my angle, and a 7.5 on the bottom. There it is set up. I got to get A by itself, so I'm going to move the tan to the other side, becomes tan to the negative 1, 9.7 divided by 7.5. When we were calculating these, they always put this in decimal form, but they can also be in fraction form. And then step number 3 is to calculate. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to move it over so you can see second function tan, and just put your fraction in. 9.7 divided by 7.5, close your bracket, and no decimal places. So 52, it stays at 52, so angle A is 52, and put a degree symbol on. There it is. Let's try another one. Again, label your triangles. Opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. Again, I don't need the hypotenuse, right? So let's set it up. Let's set up our formula, number 1. And I'm going to label this guy B this time. Tan. I don't know my angle, so I'm going to put an angle in. B, sure. Opposite, right? 6.2 divided by 2.4. Right? Next, I'm going to get tan to the other side. So B is going to be by itself. Tan to the negative 1 of that fraction. Step 3, do your calculation. Okay? Second function tan, 6.2 divided by 2.4. Remember, you're only using second function tan to the negative 1 when you're finding an angle. So, all the way, runs all the way up to angle B being 69 degrees. Okay, try this one on your own. You can stop the video, try it on your own, and then check your answer. So I'm going to do the answers. So stop it if you want to not see the answer. I'm going to label this one theta this time. Step 1, tan, I don't know my angle, so I'm going to use the theta symbol. And opposite, that's across from my angle, so that's going to be the opposite, and this guy will be the adjacent because I don't have a hypotenuse. So opposite is the 4.1, and the bottom is 6.4. If you flip this fraction upside down, it will be wrong, so make sure that's why it's always important to know where your opposite and your adjacent are. Theta is equal to tan to the negative 1. Move that over to the other side. Punch it in your calculator. Right? Second function tan, 4.1 divided by 6.4. There we go, no degrees. Theta equals 33 degrees. Okay, so now you can do the sides and you can do the angles. So in your assignment, on the back. I've already done some of them, so you ignore them. But all of page 14 down here is all of the angles. And then you can also go to 15 and 16. They are finding the sides or the angles. So in this case, you're finding a side. Then the next one, you're finding an angle, side, those sorts of things. And you can do, there are 9 of them. There's a couple more on the back. So 15, page 15, and then 16. So when you're done 16, stop, because you'll have hit sign. And then we'll talk about sign. So check your answers. All right. Happy tanning. Bye.